Hey, what's up guys, Stock Catcher here. In this video I'm going to be talking about several stocks that potential. If you're new to the channel, I recommend you subscribe and join the community, right? So we're talking about Beyond Meat. I made many videos on this stock and then the analysis ended up working out pretty nicely. So looking at right now, I think that this stock is going to be ending up just trading in a channel, like kind of consolidating for, it doesn't matter how long it is, the more consolidation is better in my opinion. As long as it's over 2 to 250, it's in trend in my opinion, right? So this is my prediction. What could happen? There could actually be a possible like a flush under 250, right? If this does end up going under, I think that people will stop out, like some people, and it will head towards 2. But then that, I'm not saying that's gonna happen, but that's a possibility, right? And unless there's a huge catalyst, like a really good news, not fluff, like let's say, I think they had news today, right? Beyond Meat, and I don't think it was really like anything crazy, like groundbreaking news, so that's why it didn't really push it up a lot. But if there's like really strong news, and it doesn't even have to be from directly from Beyond Meat, the company, it could be something that's related to Beyond Meat, like a sector player. It could be something that is a different company that is either sponsoring or partnership or even just I'm talking about, like a connection. It doesn't have to be from Beyond Meat. And we're talking about Beyond Meat itself. There will also be catalysts for it as well in the coming weeks. I talked about in yesterday's video. Check out my video I made yesterday. So there's that. So unless that happens, it's gonna be in a sideways channel. I'm thinking that's gonna be between 2 and 4. And like I said, there could be an event where the stock ends up stopping out some people. But I'm gonna explain why right now in terms of the psychology for the stock. I said in the previous videos, right, Beyond Meat, a lot of people, I believe I saw on a live stream where they were bearish on it fundamentally speaking. They're saying how this is a terrible company. This was when the stock was like $1. They're saying, oh, it shouldn't be up 100%. This is a company that's gonna go bankrupt. This stock is gonna fade. They're gonna short it. And then what ended up happening? They got squeezed. The short, it went up a lot, right? So this stock went from 58 cents to almost $9. So this is the thing with trading or stock market, is that this is my opinion, where if a side gets really crowded, like one side, let's say the short side, if most people are bearish on it, like a lot of people, it's gonna end up just squeezing. But this also goes for the bulls, like the bull side, right? If a lot of people are wanting something to happen, most of the time it doesn't happen, like it fades. So as of right now, if I had to pick a side, just being neutral, I'm not trying to be biased, because if you watch my videos, you know I'm a bull, right? But if I'm just trying to be honest, I think that it's more crowded on the long side. I think there's people holding bags of the stock, honestly, because based on the price action, based on the tape, as well on top of that, I saw many screenshots of people on Reddit, on Twitter, on StockTwit. I saw people that posted they bought it like $7, $8, $6. So this stock is near, what is it, like 229? No, it's actually 323. Wow, it had a really nice spike in the after hours right before it closed. That looks really nice. So it looks like this stock is going towards that 350 level, which is really good. But I was gonna say how, yeah, a lot of people, not a lot of people, I mean, I saw some people holding at a very high average, like $7, $8, and that's not that optimal, right? If you're a long trader, you want to get in as low as possible and then sell high. You don't want to buy high and then sell low, you know what I'm saying? So looking at this stock, I do anticipate it's just going to be between $2 to $4, unless there's a tape shift where the stock goes from heavy to, once it starts skipping up like it did 2 days ago, then yes, it could break over that 4 level. But unless there's a catalyst, unless there's a shift, I definitely do think there's going to be between 2 and 4. For it, I don't even know. I mean, no one knows how long it's going to take, the future. It could be days, weeks, but it's going to be in this range, I think, 2 to 4. And then once it breaks over, it'll be interesting over that $4 level. But like I said, it could also flush under 250. So we got to watch the stock, how it acts. And as of looking at right now, it's still, technical wise speaking, it looks great. It had that big move up, and then it's forming a multi-day setup potential, right? If it holds over that 250 level. So yeah, if you're new to the channel, I welcome you guys. I just share trades every day. Next stock is NMRA. So this stock is actually today made a nice move up. Go to the daily chart on the stock. It has a nice gap. This used to be $21. A $21 stock right now is trading at 230, 232. This stock is has the neuropsychiatric and neurodegenerative disorder area, right? On top of that, this stock has 7 programs in its pipeline, and it reported over $300 million cash at year-end 2024. The market cap on NMRA is not even that high. If you pull it up, it's not even $1 billion or $500 million market cap. So we're going to be looking at this stock for potential for, in the coming sessions. Next stock, BBAI. BBAI, I made many videos on it, but I started talking about it like, I think $3, and then ended up just ripping face. So BBAI is pretty much self-explanatory, right? This is a really strong stock where a lot of people are interested in it. It has multiple sole source DoD contracts and a nice backlog that has also cash on it as well. BBAI is cash, so that reduces the dilution risk, and on top of that, that gives them time, because when it comes to AI stocks, I said in many videos where I think that over time they're definitely going to get more and more contracts and more expansion, right? So next one, Plug. So Plug, same situation as BBI. I talked about in the past, it made a nice move up, and then looking at it right now, it's going to a nice support area. It's a great 2026 pipeline. Massive short flow percentage. The reason I'm mentioning that, if you've been noticing the past couple of days, right, the short squeeze theme is real, where you saw stocks like Flowers, remember that stock, Donut, what was the other one? There was several more stocks that ended up squeezing. So Plug has a high short. I think it's it's over 30%, so that's a lot. Plug also reported $174 million Q2 2025 revenue, and on top of that, it has Department of Energy support. So Plug, I'm going to be monitoring this one very closely. Next one is Nautilus. So this stock, go to the chart. You could pull up the chart yourself. This has been just slowly, just quietly curling up, and those are the plays that interest me, because if you go to the daily chart, the stock is trying to make a new high from the previous resistance, right? This definitely could run multi-day. On top of that, I believe they have catalysts coming as well. $179 million cash as of this year, June 30. And on top of that, I actually did not see the stock before several people mentioned it to me, so shout out to you guys. If you told me about the stock, I actually do look up all the stocks you guys tagged me in, so if you want, you could continue to do that. And I'm going to be trying to make more videos for you guys, right? So, the next one is PSTV. PSTV is another stock that could run multi-day based on technical. So, PSTV's lead candidate has received FDA clearance for pediatric brain cancer. And when talking about PSTV, actually it had multiple analysts target ranging from $3 to $21. Look at PSTV right now. What's the price? It's at near 60 cents. So PSTV daily chart is interesting as well. It has to clear over those previous levels, because right now it definitely looks more on the heavier side, but once it starts to pull away, it could make nice action. And one thing I want to mention to you guys as a tip is, when you're swing trading penny stocks, or if you're trading penny stocks, be very careful of reverse split or anything that could potentially cause the stock to fall, right? Because a lot of newer traders, they don't really know concept, right? Because they're holding a stock and they ends up just flushing huge amount, and they don't know why. It's because when a stock gets really cheap, a lot of these companies, what they'll do is reverse split, right? And so you really want to be paying attention to all the filings as well. If you're any swing trading any stock, the reason I'm mentioning that is because for many of these stocks, they have open shelf, or they could do a reverse split, or they could do dilute, or they could, you know what I'm talking about. So you gotta be careful. You gotta double check everything. Always do your own due diligence. Alright, so last stock for the video, guys, is Reli. Reli is a stock that usually runs a lot once news drops. This one has a special cash dividend. This stock Reli, it was one of my favorite stocks in the past, and I'm not trying to be biased, but I remember I did really good on this one. But as of lately this year, the price action on it is not really continuous. Every time I see it popping up, it ends up dropping, and this happened over and over and over. So the stock personality of Reli is like that, right? It makes a big move up, and then it just pretty much goes back to the previous area. But I remember this stock, I believe I did very good on it. This was not this year. This was in the past. So we're talking about Reli. We're gonna pay attention to this one. All right. So guys, hope everybody is just chilling. You know, I think tomorrow we're gonna find some opportunity, and if not, there's every single day I share trade ideas. I have a great community, and I think that this year we're gonna just end it off with a bang, in my opinion. So have a great night and good night.